She laughed when she said it, not nervous, not guilty, amused. Her phone was still glowing in her hand when she leaned against the counter and smiled like this was a joke I wasn't smart enough to get. "I'm going on a date," she said, then, softer, casual. "Don't be jealous." The room didn't react. No thunder, no shattered glass, just the hum of the refrigerator and the quiet sound of something inside me closing. I watched her carefully, the way her thumb hovered over the screen, the way she didn't look at me when she said it. I felt nothing at first. That scared me more than anger ever could. I nodded, once, then I said one thing. "Wear the blue dress. He likes that one." She froze. Not dramatically, just enough. A pause too long to be innocent. A breath that forgot how to move. For a moment, I thought she might drop the phone. That was when I knew. I didn't ask questions that night. I finished my dinner, rinsed my plate, kissed her cheek like always. She smelled like certainty, like someone who thought the ground beneath her was permanent. In bed, she turned away from me. Her screen lit up the wall in soft pulses. I counted them. I told myself stories to survive. Maybe it was a joke. Maybe I misunderstood. But my body didn't believe the lies my mind tried to feed it. I noticed things after that. How she guarded her phone like it was alive. How her laughter had changed. Lighter, practiced, rehearsed. She started staying late, wearing effort like armor. And me? I became invisible on purpose. Men who rage reveal themselves. Men who observe learn everything. I memorized patterns, times, names hidden behind emojis. I pulled phone records during lunch breaks, checked timestamps while pretending to care about spreadsheets. I watched her reflection more than her face. Reflections never lie. They don't know how. There was a name that appeared too often. Neutral, forgettable. That's how they always choose them. I never confronted her, never hinted. At home, I smiled. I asked about her day. I made coffee the way she liked it. Inside, something sharp was assembling itself quietly. The confirmation arrived on a Tuesday. No drama, no fireworks, just an email, screenshots, hotel receipts, a calendar invite she forgot to hide, and one photo, her hand on his chest, the blue dress. I stared at it longer than I needed to, not because it hurt, but because it finished something. That night, I laid everything out on the table, printed, organized, calm. When she came home, she stopped mid-step. She knew. I slid the papers toward her. No accusations, no shouting. "Sit," I said. Her hands shook as she read. Her breathing collapsed inward like a failing structure. She tried to speak, failed. I watched her unravel with clinical interest, like a scientist confirming a theory. "I can explain," she whispered. I nodded. "I know." That was worse for her than anger. The next part wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. I told her I had already spoken to a lawyer, that the accounts were separated, that the lease had a clause she'd never read. I told her the messages she deleted were backed up, that her version of events no longer mattered. She cried then, real tears, not for me, for herself, for the life she thought was untouchable. I didn't raise my voice, I didn't insult her, I simply stood up, picked up my coat, and paused at the door. She asked where I was going. I looked at her once more, really looked. "I'm not jealous," I said. "I'm done." Her sob broke into something ugly. I left anyway. Now the apartment is quiet again, but it's a different quiet, not the kind that waits, the kind that ends things. I don't check her messages. I don't wonder if she's sorry. Some truths don't heal you, they sharpen you. And some laughter, it echoes long after it stops, but it never controls you again.